So I'm willing to bet that since Conan was raised on the Wheel of Pain, he probably didn't have a really good sex education.
Hmm.
Like what he learned being bred out to those people in the East is probably all he knows. We really needed a Coach Carr in this situation to show up to the wheel and be like, don't have sex. If you have sex, she'll go feral and you'll have to throw her into the fire and then she'll turn into a fireball. Don't do it.
Listen, kids, sometimes, you hit up a girl and eventually she turns into a demon and then turns into Tinkerbell. So beware, beware. This could happen to you.
Is this what online dating is like? I don't know what I've never experienced that world.
CROM. I wonder if anybody, I wonder if anybody's like kind of like Tormund is kind of following Conan around and picking up his breadcrumbs. Okay.
Sloppy seconds.
Yeah. You're welcome.
All right, let's get into it.
Wait, that was it?
You were eating pizza.
Breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. Come on.
Breadcrumbs.
Right,
Everybody loves it. Welcome, everybody, to Swordboys. I am so happy that you're here and joining with us, and aren't you excited that I'm doing the intro? My name is Robin.
I'm watching Robin furtively look around the room because he has no notes for the intro, and it freaks him out. It's like watching somebody who's extremely nervous. He like looks around like he doesn't know what's going on. I'm Jonathan, and I know what's going on.
I'm Rick, and I am also enjoying the show because Robin is playing to an audience that is not physically there.
And we have a guest.
Yeah, I'm Travis, and I just want to know, what gods do you guys pray to?
Oh, so many.
The sorceress, basically. Just, I believe in her.
Yeah.
She gives me the power of Grayskull.
Is that what that's called? That what he does to her is the power of Grayskull?
Oh, yeah.
That's right, because we are talking about cut 3 of Conan the Barbarian. It begins at 29 minutes, 46 seconds, goes until 40 minutes, 20 seconds. It's a bit of a short one, just 10 minutes this time around.
Stop it. It's cold out here.
It begins with Conan arriving at the wolfwitch's hut and ends with two bros getting high and deciding to do crime.
Yep. Having fun. Eating shit on sticks.
Yeah. So at the end of last cut, Conan had just gotten himself some new threads. And at the beginning of this cut, he is walking along and there is a hut, like a mud and grass hut. And this woman walks out of the door and she's like, "There's warmth and fire. Do you not wish to warm yourself by my fire?" And he's like, "Why not?"
Sign me up to that.
I just fought some wolves, so
I just fought.
well
I just fought and had sex with a
something.
bunch of wolves. So I'm I'm pretty much
spent.
I came here to fight wolves and
fuck.
get
Yeah.
them all out of wolves.
I fucked the wolves flat. They're now. I didn't even have to skin them. This is what's left over after my vigorous lovemaking.
I love this this canyon that he's walking through to get here. It's so unique. I've never seen it in any other. It feels like the sort of place you would see like an Ayers Rock in Star Trek. Like it just seems like a location that you would. It just has a unique, look to it that
Like
I'm surprised
shapes.
it. Yeah, it's just this formation that has obviously been formed over probably a glacier eons ago that formed this place. And but yeah, I was just surprised that like this isn't a man-made set. This is just a natural rock formation. I looked it up. It is Ciudad and Cantada rock formations in the province of Cuenca, Spain. So just
it's got a very Princess Bride vibe.
Yeah.
Like Princess Bride was much more lush. Like the ground was more lush. And it was more hilly, but like some of the rock scenes where he's fighting Andre the Giant, stuff like that, like big ass, just big rocks everywhere. Very cool.
So yeah, it's just funny that like this movie kind of claimed this location for something as throwaway as him meeting a witch in a hut. This could have been
Right.
in a forest, But yeah, it's just I don't know, just it was noteworthy.
That's cool.
Hey, Robin, do you want to tell us about this witch?
I know that she is not Tanya Roberts.
Yes. Is that we're playing? Are we playing not?
Was there a question that it was?
When she's like, crawling on the ground in her finest
yeah.
patchwork skins, I was thinking, she's looking very Tanya. But
Yeah,
She
I
has
see
the
that.
accent of Gal Gadot, though.
but can she sing like her?
Oh, I hope so. Hello, no. It's very. Have you noticed that Milius seems to only hire a very specific type of woman currently? We're at a point of like very European, open-mouthed women that are like very, very, very good looking.
But yeah, the witch is played by Cassandra Gava.
Okay.
She doesn't have any credits to her name. That's why I really didn't write her down.
When I make love to you, I'm gonna wear your skin later.
I could have swore I saw credits for
Yeah.
her, but
she was on Chips once.
Oh,
She was
cool. That's where I know her from.
Fantasy Island, Taxi.
Yeah.
So if you ever need to play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, her being on Chips, the father of Chris Pine, who's in Dungeons and Dragons,
There you go.
got your connection point.
Yeah.
You knew that Chris Pine's dad was in Chips, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm up on the Pines.
Okay.
I'm at a place beyond the Pines, quite honestly.
Oh wow.
that's a reference for like two, people.
You are welcome.
Two very soft people.
Hi, Jeff.
Her place is actually I am this movie could look cheaper and it doesn't. And I'm impressed with the level of, again, Iberian, whatever you want to call it. It's very Iberian. It looks great. It's funny that I feel like we're in a Bronze Age because everything does seem to kind of be bronze, except
I'm wearing
the
lots
swords.
of bronzer.
Because his dad kind of talks about steel as almost like it's a secret, the secret of steel that Thulsa Doom is actually looking for at a certain point. So it is there. I don't think steel swords are every day.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the stuff that Conan was using in his bowl was more bronzy.
Okay.
More, I didn't feel like there was an edge to anything, whereas this sword seems like it's the sharpest thing we've seen so far. Because he actually puts it in a sheath. He sheathes it in some wolf meat because he's probably also at the beginning
wolf
of the movie,
skin is
he
the
touches
finest
it like this
sheath.
like 3 times, and I'm like, hey Conan, it's a fucking sword. Stop jerking it off. I don't know my terms. I am a sword boy, but I don't remember the term for grabbing a sword and running your hand up and down it really hard.
Shining it?
That's called how to lose your
it?
fingers in.
Yeah, that's how you lose your fingers.
Yeah.
Is this sharp? Oh, God damn it. It is.
I wish the witch here played a bigger part in the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Because it seems like she should be somebody.
Especially since she goes away. She flies away like, oh, we're going to see this lady again.
Right.
No.
Well, I figured that in the end scene, she'd show up and like have a bunch of super balls flying all around, taking out Tulsa Doom and all his men. Why not?
I mean, the whole point of the witch in this scene is that she has some sort of clairvoyant power. Like she knows that Conan would arrive one day, and her role in the story is that she needs to like give him some direction. Because right now he's fresh off the fighting pits. He knows that he wants to someday get vengeance for his slaughtered people, but he doesn't know where to go.
I mean, this is high sword and sorcery movie etiquette. It is
right.
Yeah.
I need to go on a journey, but I don't know where to go.
Right.
Sage, witch, and or person will tell me where to go,
So
and that
she's
will
like-
start me on the way.
She practices like the dark arts, right? And she tells him how to get somewhere. So she's a Sith wayfinder.
Yep. I laughed when she's like looking at him. She's crawling around on her hands and
Yeah.
knees. She looks at him.
I watched that scene a lot too.
And
Yeah.
takes the whatever dust and flings it in the fire behind her, and it whooshes up kind of like a teppanyaki place. And Conan's like,
Yeah,
Conan's
she's
like,
she's crawling around on the floor. and
Delayed
she's like,
reaction.
it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh every time. Kind of like Conan's like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on here? It's in this
Yeah.
drink.
She's
Holy
got
shit.
her little pot of stuff. She's like, submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. And then she throws it in the fire and it flares up and shows the title of that particular Are You Afraid of the Dark
Yeah.
episode.
And then she does the little choo-choo in the volcano with the
Right.
onion, and it's really cool looking. And then she flicks a shrimp into Conan's mouth. So what a show.
Robin,
it's dinner and a show, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Robin, you mentioned her, skin like patchwork kind of
Like her
clothing.
skins, yeah.
Did any of you guys notice, like when she's in that crawling kind of pose, on the thigh that's facing the camera, there's a face. Like she has someone's face as part of that patchwork skin suit.
Travis, I was
Oh.
looking at her eyes.
I was looking
wasn't-
at her ass.
and you saw a face there. You looked at eyes also.
Yeah, the winking brown eye.
So she's wearing the Necronomicon. Is that what you're
Basically,
saying?
that's what it looks like. Yes.
Well, it's
Yeah, I don't
couture. Let's just put it that way.
yeah. I missed the face, but when she
I was
mentions
looking for that.
crushing snakes,
Yeah, snakes.
she's like,
snakes.
oh, it's the story of
snakes.
St. Patrick. But yeah,
Snakes. Did you say snakes?
and she's like, are you looking for snakes? And he's like, yeah. And he describes the Thulsa Doom
He
symbol.
does the snake hands.
Yep. That's the international symbol
Yeah.
for the Thulsa Doom symbol.
It's
Is
great
the
because
flex.
later on we see during
Uh-huh.
like a montage he's doing the same thing. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, he's asking about Tulsa Doom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I love how once she learns that he's looking for the Thulsa Doom cult, she's like, oh, I'll tell you where it is. There's a price, barbarian, and then cut to sex.
Yep.
Dead ass.
So I imagine that this wolf witch, probably a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, since she practices blood sugar sex magic.
Nice. Now you keep saying wolf witch. Where does that just come from? The people online on the Conan.
It comes
Wiki?
from the Conan wiki.
Okay.
She's considered the wolf witch because of how she moves around her hut, the fact that she's got
right.
furs everywhere, and the fact that there's a new friend we're going to meet after this scene who was left for the wolves to eat.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's why they call her the wolf witch. Also, when she starts to exhibit changes
hmm
mid coitus,
Like all women, am I right?
is that just the effect that Conan has on her, or is she starting to like Venus flytrap
Yeah.
Yeah.
type of thing?
She gets them when
Why-
they're at their most vulnerable.
Yeah, because she seems to be like having a prophetic vision
Right.
while she's experiencing
Maybe
some
that's
sort
the
of
only
climax.
way she can have, like certain visions, because he gets there and she already knows his future, but then during the act, maybe she then gets more clairvoyant by reaching a certain climax.
Listen, some
Yeah,
people
I
have
don't know.
post nut clarity. Some people
Right.
go feral.
There was a
This is-
series in the 80s and 90s. It was written and edited by, not written, but it was edited by George R. R. Martin, called Wild Cards. If you never read it, it's like a superhero. They tried to make it into a game. Anyway, the point is, in the mid 30s or 40s, a bomb goes off. The bomb has genetic things, and everybody in New York, basically, it's the wild card virus. You get, you're an ace. You get superpowers. You're a joker. You get horrific powers. One dude, his power is tantric. So he
no.
becomes smarter and basically can like leap out of his own body and be like, he's like Doctor Strange if Doctor Strange fucked all the time. And it's like semen and that kind of stuff is his, like, by edging himself, he is more and more powerful. So there is a tantric kind of sex magic thing going on here.
That's the birth of the incel right there.
I mean, basically.
Oh, if
that's
I
how-
withhold, I'll be, all powerful and.
So
I
what
like
year
that she
did
practices her Lamaze during this scene, though. She's really just.
this is one of those, she gives the She gives probably what we would all call, like, if we all have a bingo list, she gives the hero's journey to being who he is. She tells us, like, every journey is like, they said you would come from the north. And I've been watching a lot of Wheel of Time on Amazon, not a sponsor. And it's just funny that it's always he will be someone who is from a place, but not raised by that place. He will, he will come, he will enslave us, yet also free us.
A lot of if this, then this statements.
Yes. Yeah. He will be a king by his own hand, kind of thing.
I always like that line, king by his own hand.
Yeah, I like that too. Because they're kind of trying to say he's a working man. He's a working king. He's the people's king.
He ain't no country boy quitter.
No, he ain't no nepo baby like Big Red. He's gonna earn.
His daddy didn't hand him a jade mine or
diamond mine. Yeah.
Fuck
that guy.
And then throw him into a fire.
Yep.
My gosh. So the witch, she starts wolfing out. Her hair goes white. Her teeth get sharp. Her eyes like
she goes Thriller.
She starts to play basketball really well.
Yeah.
He's trying to like get himself off of her, but she's like
he's trying to get
himself
off. Yeah.
Oh, he's almost there.
Yeah. We see a profile shot of them where he's trying to lift himself off, and she's like she's wrapping her legs around him to keep him in place, and it's like, okay, she really wants this, and he does a tactical roll like Dark Souls, and he launches her into this fire, and the fire just explodes.
By the way, I don't like her pillow talk. I don't need someone yelling "Crossroads of the World" at me.
Yeah,
that's not.
You will find what you wanted, Zamora.
Zamora.
How about you stop talking? Hey, let's.
This is the first case of sword and sorcery sexposition, though. So
they love it when you shush them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not even doing it Wolfie style. It's weird.
Listen, like I said, Conan only knows so much.
Yeah. By the way, I can't finish unless a bunch of Huns are watching me from the corner, in case you're wondering. I need to be cucked by a Hun.
Yeah, this is one of those times when I was like thinking, oh, I definitely haven't seen this. I would definitely have remembered what the hell is going on here.
This may have been edited for TV. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this was definitely not in the... Yeah, you can't have this, even though it's, to us, it's literally the tamest shit ever. Watership Down is worse, but they let that go uncut because it's cartoony.
Gosh. Yeah, I don't know what exactly happens with the witch, but like from the fireplace, like there's like fireballs that explode out. Conan,
yeah, they are.
Naked as the day he was born, stands up and grabs his sword, the other one, and rushes outside. and then like,
she flits off into the night. Yeah.
Like cackling.
When you wish upon a star. Yeah, she's like Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
If you believe enough, you can just clap and she'll come back.
You think she gave him the clap?
Oh, 100%. Or some sort of like
wolf disease.
Well, yeah, wolf lupus. Sorry,
lupus is a wolf disease.
It's never lupus.
It's never
lupus.
I get that joke.
I do too.
And of course, as he's watching this fireball fly away, he utters his exclamation of CROM. Funny enough, there's not a lot of discourse online about people saying, does he think that she's CROM?
That's what I was like. Why did he say that? Is it
CROM
which CROM? Is a witch
forms.
representative of CROM?
No, guys. He didn't finish. It's pre-CROM.
Post-CROM clarity.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So he finishes in flagrante delicto.
I like that he stays the night here.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, the house is still around, and the fire's here.
There's a warm fire. And
what's funny is that he didn't notice that there was someone on the side before. So
I wanted to bring that up. Yeah, the next morning.
Subotai has been there the whole time.
I had to listen to you guys making those noises.
In a way, there was a cuck situation here,
and they are Eskimo brothers. I mean, let's be honest. This is how Subotai got. Like, this is what she did to him. She probably fucked him and we got weird and then bound him up, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
used him and then fed him to the wolves.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wrote down, who's this rando chained to the wall? Because I didn't really make the connection. I'm like, oh, so you're saying that he was a previous.
I think that's the implication. Yeah.
Okay.
And I like watching this. I always forgot that he's just outside. I thought it cuts to he leaves in the morning and then he meanders down a path and maybe we get a nice transition and he's still in this vicinity, but not literally right outside the door.
Yeah.
He's chained up.
If you go back and watch
not
Conan's
here.
approach to the hut, there's a black mound off to the left. That's Subotai, and he's just like curled up, starving to death over the course of a couple of days.
For the fire and a little food, I'll warm you up, Conan. If you just Conan walks out of this hut like I walk out of every Airbnb I've ever stayed in, looking around is like, well, that was interesting.
You're like, I'm not getting that cleaning deposit back.
No, I fucked up that room bad.
It's a good thing that black lights have not been invented yet.
Yeah. It's a Jackson Pollock painting in that hut.
So yeah, he meets Subotai, who is doing his best. Cheech and Chong. Yeah, the beard's very in for that time.
I love Subotai.
Yeah, he's a fun little character because it's like he's not. I mean,
he's Justin Long. He just looks like Justin Long.
If you can dodge my sword, you can dodge a knife.
So here's the trivia I have on him. Subotai is named after apparently Genghis Khan's general. Was named Subotai. This guy is played by Gary, or it's probably Jerry Lopez.
Yeah, Jerry Lopez.
Championship surfer. Terrible very little acting experience. He was in Big Wednesday, which was John Milius's film as well. And so because of his terrible acting experience, his lines are all dubbed.
Yep. By Sab Shimono, I think.
Sab Shimono.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't bring him back for the sequel.
Yeah. He's great in this. I don't
Probably also because it's the racist 80s. They're like, we already have an Asian guy.
Yeah.
We don't need two Asian guys, vaguely Asian guys in the movie. What do we need in the movie? New movie. We need some sort of horny beast, and we got to get Will Chamberlain. And we have a list of things that we need, and he's just not on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yabos.
They have a meet cute, literally, where they eat meat and learn about each other's gods. This thing to me is Thor and Hulk after they first fight, and they're talking like, Hulk, big raging
fire.
You little fire. It's basically they're like they're like showing the size of their gods.
I like
how
how
god measuring
how this world like they each pray to different gods and they kind of give each other shit for their choice of gods, but no one cares. It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. That's the way the world needs to be. It needs to be like Conan and Subotai. Let's just we can give each other some shit for your.
Who's on the show now? Is this Ricky Gervais? What's going on?
Yeah, we just don't have to take it seriously.
Yeah, I find it funny that
Gervais famously says he's like, no. Everyone else has got. There are 500 different gods in the world, but no, you're the ones that's real. Yours is the one that's real. Everyone else is this bullshit. Yours is the one that's real.
I get a big kick out of the fact
I pray the wind. I pray to CROM. Okay, gives a shit.
Yeah.
I like that praying to, what God do you pray to? Like, that's the common ground that they're able to find conversation wise. It's like, because everybody's got some sort of deity that they revere.
Money.
So of course that would be the topic of conversation. I don't imagine
surprised.
like there's not like, have you seen like the local performing troupe come through and perform Severance? Have you seen those? And it's like, no, I haven't seen it. Have you ever seen the troubadours that come through and do episodes of The Office? No, I was never much of an Office guy, more of a Parks and Rec person. Everybody's got a god. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even own a TV. Oh, fuck off. Fuck. I've actually been at a party and I turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
Somebody like that. They're like, I don't own a TV. I'm like, we're never going to have literally nothing to talk about other than we're both human beings. See ya. So speaking of human beings, there are no horses. They fucking run.
This is like Beastmaster.
Yeah.
They just run everywhere.
Well,
Except unlike Beastmaster,
stand-ins run.
Oh, you
unlike
think that's not
Beastmaster,
him?
they're not running in place.
You don't think that's Conan?
I think there might be a couple shots of Arnold running, but when they arrive at the first city, that is not Conan.
So this is like second unit bullshit going off and doing this while they probably got smiling guy who's close enough and just
could have been that guy. Yeah.
It's beautiful where they are, and they're running and they go to they go to their first city.
And it's one of my favorite bits of the score. Their running music is just beautiful. It's very lighthearted and very like call to adventure sort of feeling.
Are we saying in this the gate is real and everything else is a matte painting? Is that what we're
apparently he did not use matte paintings. He tried to do real locations and also forced perspective stuff.
Well, there's a giant snake tower.
Not at this one. I think that's the later.
Yeah,
when
they first show up.
There are snake towers in both of the cities.
Okay.
That they come to.
I'm talking about this wide shot that's behind Rick. I think that's a real.
Oh, yeah. So
that's the real shot. But where's the tower?
There's a snake tower.
Yeah. It's right
there. Okay.
I mean, people in the podcast, you can't see what I'm pointing at.
Yeah,
but
maybe that's
at the edge of the frame. Yeah, so there's something that they constructed on the set.
Because when I look at it, like I see people, anything I see people walking in front of, I'm like, that's real.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But like this is the same thing like they did for the city of Arik. Just a forced perspective type of situation on a landscape.
City's only really this big.
Exactly.
It's civilization, ancient and wicked.
Oh, here you go.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Here you go. The walls of Alcazaba of Almeria, Spain, provided the locale for an open-air market in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, because once they get into the market,
but that doesn't mean the scene from the outside is the walls, same walls. It just means when you're inside. Because when they're inside, it looks more ruiny. You know what I mean? Like they're like, let's just So they have like a bazaar.
Yeah.
That's definitely not Conan standing outside that town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that like they're walking into this bazaar and there's like a crap ton of people. There's all these different animals. Like we see an elephant of all things.
Bunch of pigs.
Where did Subotai get his bow back from? Did he always have it? Did the witch have it somewhere?
It was probably sitting in the hut somewhere and he just went in and grabbed it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, that sort of thing.
That's fine.
I don't think the lizards on a stick that Conan grabs look all that appetizing. They look like they're covered in dirt.
Yeah, little rubbery.
This was John Milius's cameo that got cut. He was the one that actually sold him that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here in Bartertown.
The continuity is kind of iffy here because when they run up to the city, they're wearing, I think they're covered in furs. Or they, but the first scene when they walk into the city, they're, I believe, covered in furs, and then it transitions real quick to Conan is in his leather tank top, and Subotai has like on a head wrap, and then it transitions again where they're, covered in furs again. So it's just you can tell that they took pieces of different film, and this whole sequence, because then they go to another city. This isn't even like the main city.
They go to this city and then directly out of it and fuck off into this. Go to the next one. I guess in their mind, are they looking for? They're looking for snake information, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well,
so Zamora is a region.
Oh, okay.
And there are cities in Zamora, and so they're probably traveling in a direction. Animal City was the first one they came to, and then the second one they came through is where they find the Black Lotus street peddler.
Yeah, and he walks up to that guy, like Robin said. He points at him, and there's no audio. He just points at him, and then does the snake arms.
Yeah, and which we've learned is that means snake.
Have you seen any snakes?
I thought it was Hercules.
Yeah. If you don't answer me, I am so big I will pop your head off your head like a grape.
We're gonna go to the gun show.
Yeah,
I like the flicking of the
right
sword boy. He flicks a sword to listen to it.
Listen to hear. Like, is it quality?
Nice.
And he hands it back. He's like, my father was a blacksmith. This is terrible work.
I don't see color here, sir.
So if we're at the Black Lotus Street Peddler, I do have some information on this guy.
Okay.
This guy is awesome. The guy who plays him, his name is Ron Cobb. He was a production designer on Conan. I looked at his bio. Like, there's all sorts of stuff in here. He was an artist on the original Sleeping Beauty. He almost directed E.T. because he came up with the original story Night Skies, which Spielberg then bought. And then turned into E.T. You know, it was like an alien invasion story at first, I guess. But Ron actually got $400,000 for E.T. when it was released.
Holy shit.
All right.
This here is his first production design credit. Some other
it's fucking
crazy
excellent.
credits.
It's excellent.
I wrote
His production
down
design.
he was a concept artist on Alien, Aliens, The Abyss, Total Recall, and Firefly. He was a conceptual creature designer on Star Wars. The main title designer for Amazing Stories. And according to IMDb, he is the DeLorean time travel consultant on Back to the Future. What? Who is this guy? He's my hero.
Yeah, he's
And here he is just playing.
He's just some working stiff.
He's uncredited too.
You know, I love Hollywood guys. You're like, no one would ever know he's famous.
yeah. It's like Dennis Muren showing up in Raiders, you know, on the plane. We all thought he was Tote, you know.
Yeah.
Just one of those guys that just production guy.
Yeah. And here he is slinging drugs and trading
Haga.
information.
Well, what is Black Lotus in the world?
Okay, so there are many departures between the Conan movie and the Conan like Robert E. Howard mythos. In the larger Conan the Barbarian mythos, Black Lotus is a poison. It is something that, you know, you coat your weapons with it, you make potions with it, and it kills things. But apparently, if you mix Black Lotus in the right concoction in the right way, it is a drug. It's like going on
party
shrooms.
time.
Yeah.
It's opiate.
Well, if you chew it slowly, you know.
Yeah.
By the way, how many sticks? How many meat sticks is this now for Conan?
He's eating in all of these scenes.
Well, I'm running. I have to keep my cobs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
very
need to have
Brad
something
Pitt.
to do with my hands. Yeah.
Do they have money? How does this society work?
Sex, power.
It's all sex.
Yeah.
I will either crush you or bang you.
Yeah.
Give me the stick. Okay, sure. The pollen of the Black Lotus, it says, because in the line it says Stygian, I swear, you know, because so this was used by Stygian wizards to restore their necromantic energies.
We had the Stygian witches. That's a thing.
Yeah. I've
Like
read
mythology.
comics where Stygian is something related to hell, and I don't know.
Definitely don't want the Haga. That's
No.
like brown weed. It's like, nobody wants that.
Ditchweed.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part. They're high as fuck. Conan's calling people sluts.
Yeah. The witch propositions Subotai, and she's like, "Oh, pittance to protect you from evil." He's like, "I am evil." It's like, Skylar, I am the one who knocks.
Yeah.
There's nothing in your crotch that could be worse than what I've already got in my crotch.
It's
Right.
weird when they walk down the steps and they turn around and the whole town is just glaring at them. Like, what the fuck did you guys do while you were here?
All right, got a question for you. Got a question for you. This is one of our first big questions that I need help with. This is on par with Robin not knowing the difference between a sword or a shotgun behind the back.
Oh, God.
Is the
Oh,
person
yeah.
behind that llama fucking that llama? Because that's what it seems like when the way they're like, look at him, look what they're doing, look at this crazy stuff.
And then there's like a
llama.
tent full of half naked boys like pop their heads out when he punches the camel.
Is there someone fucking that llama? Not the camel, but the llama, where you can only see its front. Is there seems to be someone behind it. Look.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yes.
And I was like, and they're laughing at it like, look at that. Like, can you imagine he's fucking that llama?
Well, I
won't
think,
even
like,
turn into a
these-
demon.
I think to Conan, all these animals are like, what the hell is that? You know,
Yeah.
he's
Read it.
seen horses and dogs and wolves.
Now, Robin, just so you know, this is a scene that'll come back in Conan the Destroyer when he punches that camel.
Oh, really?
Yes. This
Humpy
is
gets
literally
revenge.
a callback to some dumb shit that they do here for like 2 seconds. It is funny. The camel does wobble. It's pretty funny. The camel's like, oh,
It falls right over.
it's so
Yeah,
good.
this is when I noticed that everybody just like stops and looks at him like, bro, what the fuck?
It's like they'd never
What are you
seen a grown
doing?
man punch a
I can't
camel
believe
before.
we're watching camel acting. Fuck those guys.
The camel just literally falls over too. Like,
So good.
Arnold does punch the camel. Like
Yes.
that is.
Well, camels
Yeah.
are like, if they're anything like horses, I have punched more than one horse for stepping on my foot. Guess what? They don't feel it at all. If a camel is like a horse in any way, if you punch it, it's just gonna. Obviously they had it set up to fall over. They kind of trained
Yeah.
it to, fall over.
It's
but
true. I have no feeling in my face at all. Just give
I
me
have
oats.
punched a horse in the stomach. I have punched a horse in the side of its neck. It does not do anything. They do not care. They are like,
I
they
just,
look at
I
you like,
just,
"Are you-"
I just want to go on record to say the views of Jonathan do not represent all of the podcasters in
horse-
this call.
if you're walking a horse to get it saddled and then it steps on your goddamn foot while you're in the mud, and luckily you're in mud, so your foot goes like a foot deep in the mud.
Yeah.
And you're underneath the horse and you're like, Jesus Christ. And you just start I started just punching this horse and the horse didn't move at all. And literally all the training of horses went out of my head. I grab it by the bridle and move it out of the way. No,
Right.
I'm like, I'll punch it. That'll make
Fighting
it go
for your
away.
life.
It did not get off me.
So
It did
you're-
not.
So it
Flight-
didn't
your
actually
flight or
say
fight.
like I'm sorry or I'm in pain afterwards. So it definitely didn't feel anything, right?
I was either going to fuck it
Right.
or I was going to fight it.
Your fuck or fight instinct
Yeah.
kicked in, and you chose fight.
Well, I was already
Yeah.
wearing pants and it was just going to be awkward. I didn't know if it was a girl horse. There's a lot going on.
Besides, camels are good for a couple humps, but not horses.
I like their toes.
Who's that? Is that Skeletor?
Of course, yeah.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, so Conan and Subotai, they're wandering around the outskirts. They're chewing on Black Lotus, I guess, and
Oh, yeah,
we get some voiceover that I'm assuming is Subotai. He says, "Oh, you're looking
Unclear.
for snakes. They live in the Tower of the Serpent, said to have riches without end, and the greatest jewel of all, the Eye of the Serpent."
Yeah. It's weird that comes from Subotai, because it's like, how do
I
you
thi-
all of a sudden know this?
I think they missed it, and in the edit they were like, "Fuck, we really
Yeah.
haven't told them." Like we've sent them through 2 towns,
Yeah.
and that one guy gave us a vagary, but we don't really. Oh, and Subotai's gonna have to be like, "Oh, by the way, yeah, that thing you're looking for that you
Yeah.
won't shut up about."
Yeah.
Yeah.
two
Hercules,
states.
Hercules.
Yeah.
And
But yeah,
the Eye
this
of
is
the
where they
Serpent, I wonder
decide
what
to get high, do crime.
that is.
And they chew it slowly because it's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's the Black Lotus, right? Are they eating the Black Lotus, or
Yeah.
are they eating
I imagine
frog-
so.
Not the
lizard,
Haga.
lizard,
That's not
lizard
Haga.
a la king.
But yeah, they wander off into the darkness, and that's it for this cut. Like
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a short one.
And this is 40 minutes into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally nothing has happened in this movie. Really.
There was a
say
Wheel of
nothing has
Pain.
happened. There's the Wheel of Pain. There's
Two
Conan's
segments.
like we've
But
had
for
an
being
entire
a-
Rocky montage.
No,
And,
no,
like,
uh,
I guess 1.5 sex scenes.
There's a lot of fucking that's happened.
there is
Yeah.
a lot of that. Oh,
It would have
okay.
been 3 if Trapjaw was more cooperative.
Yeah, and if that camel had,
Yeah.
knew its
The
place.
llama was. Good.
get some of this llama? I'm over here. Come on over here. After you have sex with me, you can throw me in a fire and I'll turn into a fireball. Just so you know, Rick, there's not a lot. Don't be mad yet. I'm sure there's fighting at some point. There's been very little other than in the bowl. There's been him fighting wolves off screen. There's been more fucking than fighting. Okay.
Yeah, but this is 1982. That's
I
like
know we're still in the beginnings of we're honing this movie type.
this is what
There-
sword and sorcery is all about.
Yes.
I know.
Fucking
And
fight.
you're about to meet like the best character in the movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Robin, you don't know. Oh,
Is this where
Valeria.
Wilt shows up?
No, Valeria. She's awesome.
Oh,
That's right. So everybody needs to stay tuned because next time Conan and Subotai team up with Valeria to steal the Eye of the Serpent from the Temple of Set, killing a monstrous snake and disrupting a ritual in the process. Hot off the excitement of a narrow escape, Conan and Valeria find a mutual attraction, and the three thieves indulge in their newfound wealth. Their revelry is interrupted as they're hauled in front of King Osric the Usurper, who tasks them with infiltrating Thulsadum's snake cult to rescue his daughter. Despite Valeria's pleading, Conan is on a quest for vengeance. Take the world by the throat in Cut 4 of Conan the Barbarian.
And we probably should. We didn't do this last time Travis was on. Travis, do you have a show to plug? Do you have a reason?
Travis of the Bow, are you the host of a show?
I am actually. Yeah, Minute of Thieves is upon us. It's I don't know when this is coming out, but
Get off me.
Jesus Christ! I'm not
podcast
one
is
of your.
upon
this is
me.
how I
one of your
podcast,
wolves.
Robin. Just accept it, okay? Just take it.
You're right.
Act like a
consent.
llama. Sit there and take it with a dumb look on your face. So, Minute of Thieves.
Minute of Thieves. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and Real Comic Heroes.
Yeah, you can go listen to. I've been on Real Comic Heroes. I'm sure Rick
A
has.
bunch.
I don't know if
I
Robin
have.
has.
I have.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep. All three of you.
Awesome.
Yeah, we all dip our toes in there
I love it
from
over
time
there.
to time.
I like
I've had
comic
real
books.
comic heroes upon me.
Comic boys. Fuck those guys. Cool. Well, then we'll see you in 2 weeks for I guess more. We get to meet the love interest and also a badass character. Very excited. So until then, clang clang.
Clang, clang.